Morristown man hiking the Appalachian Trail was stopped just short of the finish line.
Just a mile short. This is over 2,000 miles. Why did he stop? Here's Abby Casoris.
Here was the first 100 miles. The first 100 miles, I think, is the hardest.
Looking back through his photos, Roger Lamb realizes just how close he came to finishing the Appalachian Trail.
Really have to dig deep in your soul sometimes to keep on going. It's always easy for us to say, I quit. But to keep on going and pushing, you got to have a drive in you.
It wasn't exhaustion.
When you go through snow, you go through rain and you're cold, freezing, the only thing I've got's a tent and a little sleeping bag.
And it wasn't the weather that ended his hike just a mile and a half from summiting Mount Katahdin in Maine.
There was an older hiker in front of me, and once it gets towards the tree line of Katahdin, it gets more boulder climbing than anything. And I noticed this gentleman, he had fallen.
It was a man who needed Roger's help.
I was able to lead him back down the mountain. He couldn't do it on his own after he had fallen. He ended up getting some clamps in his head, skin up a little bit, and I ran out of time. And so I had to come back down to kind of heal up a little bit myself. But here in about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be flying back up to Maine and finishing my journey.
It's not an if, but when he makes it to the summit, he'll be wearing his Tennessee shirt to make his state proud.
Through 3 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of underwear, 3 shorts. The Tennessee shirt is what I started with. The Tennessee hat's what I started with. So we're Tennessee strong out here.
In Morristown, Abby Casoris, WVLT News.
Fashion isn't a big deal when you're hiking the Appalachian Trail. He says he's going to go back in a couple of weeks, first week of September, and finish that last stretch just to make sure he can say, yeah, I've done